That's it. Could be a Nike slogan. All right, great. Even this act of just sitting on the floor as you are for a few moments is a great gift. So rest your hands however you like. Mine just moved in front of the heart, so I'm going to keep them there, and we'll settle in for a few breaths of feeling and noticing and welcoming, becoming very present to what is happening within you. The switch inwards, often thinking about what comes next, or what we have on our plates, or what we have going on, or what we need to do. This mantra that I bring in quite a bit: nowhere to go, nothing to do, no one to be, just be. And Om together 3 times. Inhale. Om. 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 Staying as you are, releasing your hands, and beginning with the neck circles, lengthening tall, releasing your chin, the soft jaw, soft shoulders, just beginning to roll your head. Reversing. One time in each direction. Returning back to your seated posture, just sitting in the resonance of that simple movement. Gently open your eyes. And take our arms out, and we're just going to turn and turn. Yeah, and you can let your elbows bend if you need to. Maybe your head wants to kind of move into this, and might be a cat-cow action happening, and welcoming that. Standing with the palms facing up, and you can bend your elbows and soften the shoulders, lift the heart. And on your next inhalation, reach all the way up. Bring the hands together, down in front of your heart. Bow your chin. Okay. Just gonna release the hands, bring the legs out, give them a little stretch. Move your feet, roll your ankles, roll your wrists. And then we'll move into our seated, this posture, and take a little of the windshield wiper. And You could stay sitting on your prop. You can add the shoulders and the head. Oh, so many back. Okay. Great. Right. So we are going to come to standing to step on the tennis ball. I'm going to take a little intern boat pose because why not? We're here. So let's see what happens and just play with your balance, the lift of the heart. And then whenever that's over, that's over. And yes. Oh, so great. Oh, rise up, dear ones. Rise up. Yes. That is exciting. Even if it doesn't happen, it's still exciting because the act of doing that's it. That's where the medicine is. Just in the doing. You don't ever need to be able, standing on your head is great. It's good for your head and circulation and all of that. But if you never do it, it's okay. But even if you maybe try it sometimes, I don't know, we never do that here. I don't know why I picked headstand. That just came out. I could say that about this. Sometimes we do this and it's so painful. For some people, it's excruciating. But even just doing it, some progress will be made. Like if you're taking a painting class, and maybe that's a brand new thing for you. And but if you keep doing it a year from now, you never know. Okay. All right, I'm going to take maybe the final 5, however you like to do it. I'm just going to press in and get into those tender spots. Take a moment on your 2 feet. I just stepped on my blanket. You don't have to do that, but we'll walk the feet a little wider and we'll just take these rolls we've been doing. So I'm going to sit down a little bit more as I come around and see and like bend and straighten the knees a little more. Just to roll those precious knees, your ankles, hips, and then reverse. Yeah. You do? Oh, great. Okay. And then we'll go one time in each direction. Come up. Switch your feet. And give some tennis ball love to the other foot now. Maybe you can hear your foot saying, oh, thank you. I don't know why I said heads down. There must have been a reason. So if anyone's like, yeah, let's do that. We're not going to do it today. Then you can let me know. Oh, so nice. So move into our final 5 and exploring all the parts that I'm getting to know. Okay. We'll release that. Stand on your 2 feet. Yes. Well, let's take a tree pose just to be in the balance. And now your feet are wide awake. So I'll just rock front to back. And if you'd like to hold on to the wall, that is A-okay. Okay. We'll start with the hands on the hips. Ground down, lift up, shift the weight. Find your tree, wherever it's going to be. Smile. The more joy you can cultivate in these places, then the more the body relaxes and becomes maybe a little more playful, even if you fall. It's all fine. Great. Take 2 more breaths if you're here. And we'll release and give that leg a little like, I don't care. Okay. And set up. And just prepare yourself. Oh, I get to do a tree pose on the other side right now. I'm so excited. And maybe start with the hands on the hips. And, the more you take the hands away and up, shifts the balance. So on the hips is the most stabilizing. See what happens. Cultivate joy. Plant your joy. One more breath or so if you're still there. And release. Shake it out. Shake it out. Yes. Okay. So we're going to take forward fold. And let's actually do it with the hips against the wall to start. It's just, very relaxing maybe. You put your back at the wall. And if you want your blocks, bring them in. And I will do that too. And take a moment. Feel where you are. I should take my socks off. And keep them on. All right. And then, you ground through the feet. Press the thighs back. So maybe you feel the sacrum or tailbone aiming to the wall. And as you exhale, start to go forward. Your hands can start on your thighs, and the knees can bend at any place along the way. Take your time. You didn't. Right, breathe, feel. Come up, so bend the knees. Start to lift your head and your heart, and maybe the legs straighten as you come back, and just let the head rest against the wall. Take a few moments, let everything come back. Okay, we're going to do it again. And the next time I'm going to walk it into a downward facing dog. So if that's there today, then you'll join me with that. So we'll start as we are. And as you exhale, you move into the forward fold, just keeping that connection to the wall, using your props, melting whatever can melt today, breathing, essential, breathing. I'm just going to move the blocks off to the side. And if you're coming into downward dog, you'll take your hands beside your hips and just press away from the wall. And then walk your hands forward. Move the tennis ball. Just find a downward dog here. Wag your tail. Rock a little bit. Take one more breath. Okay, we're going to lower down onto the knees. And we're going to move through cat-cow. So you can put your blanket down for loving support. Make our way to our hands and knees. And let's start slowly like we did last class. So tuck the toes under and you just rock front to back. So the wrists get a little stretch, and maybe the feet. You might even go into maybe a cobra and a semi-child's pose. And just kind of warming up. We'll just do a few more like this. Forward and back. And then if you need a little break for your wrists, and now just sit back for a moment. Shake your hands. Yes. And when you're ready, come back to hands and knees. Move through cat-cow. So now the movement is happening at the solar plexus. And everything is coming along for the ride. Do maybe two more, and we'll end in the cow pose. So with the belly dropping down, drop your jaw, Move your shoulders back if you can. And slowly round upwards to the cat pose. Let your head really hang. And then come to center, and we'll take it back for child's pose. So prop up as you need to, friend, and melt yourself in. And it could be anything. It's that place where you're just creating this tiny little seed. A nice big breath in. And then come up. I'm going to sit in Vajrasana for a moment on the feet, but if that's not happy for you, then you can always shift forward. Let's do that. And let's just roll the wrists. So I'll take the hands together, fingers interlaced, the palms are touching. I'm going to create these figure eights here in the opposite direction. And then give them a good little shake. All right, so we're going to come down and we're going to begin kind of in the way we've been doing Shavasana in Shavasana 2. So we're going to lie over the bolster with the hips down. You know, you can put your blocks in if you like, and you could have another blanket for your head. Great. Okay, I have something for the hips. Just bring yourself in, and once you get into this, hopefully it feels okay. You know, you can always swap out the bolster for a blanket. And then place your legs however you like, and you're just going to be in this grounding, this invitation. Heart is lifted and open, shoulders are relaxing. The armor of the heart is relaxing, is open. Just melt yourself for a few breaths. Just call in that mantra we open with. Know where to go. Know when to be. Nothing to do. Just be. Become aware of where the breath is expanding most in your body. And invite in the play as maybe you expand that area a little more through muscular effort. And as you exhale, you draw it in a little more. Almost like you're creating a little gentle pumping action. It's the gentle one. As you inhale, you expand. As you exhale, you contract. Here for another 2 breaths. If you'd like to take your arms a little higher to expand something, then do that. And as you finish this exhalation, we'll bend the knees and we'll move into our windshield wiper here. Moving, using the bolsters, inviting in a little bit more of a lift. Okay, bring yourself back to center, readjust. You're gonna walk the feet into position so I can lift and lower the hips. And so the arms can go wherever you like, palms down, palms up. Maybe a little closer to your hips might feel more supported. Okay, knowing we're going to lift the hips, feel yourself as you are, and just start to rock the feet. So I'm going to lift the heels and then put the heels down and lift the soles of the feet and then just rock front to back a few times. Good. And the next time you come to heels down, feel the heels down. And as you put the foot down, can you spread it out? Like it's like going from the heels to the toes, like you want to make your feet a little bigger. Yeah. Okay. And then preparing on your inhale to start to lift yourself up. And maybe you just come up as high as the bolster and maybe not that high, and maybe a little bit more. And we're just going to be in this lift and lowering. Almost like this opportunity to get a little deeper into the low back area. Honoring all that is. Good. Okay, now you've got this, and we're going to do maybe 5 more. I'm going to take my arms back to that little bit more higher position. Feel, are your feet working equally? As you come down, does everything kind of arrive at the same time? Are you breathing? Okay, so last one, 26. And we'll come down and just return to that resting place again, just for a few moments. Let the resonance of that energetic happening, let's feel it. Take a nice big breath in. Breathe out. Okay, we're going to come up off the bolster. So I'm going to come up through the crypt, as I call it. You're welcome to roll to the side and come up. I'll take the hands behind the head and gently lift the chin towards the chest. Take the arms out and just keep going and keep that connection to the bolster and come up. And if that was like, yeah, okay, then the coming down is just as potent sometimes as the coming up. So I'm going to do one more after this, and whatever you're doing is just tell yourself, I'm exactly where I need to be right now. Great. The invitation to do less. Okay, as you come up, I'm going to just take the bolster out. Just keep it up to the side. Bring your, a blanket for your head. Okay, let's bring the strap in and have a block, at least one block, maybe 2 nearby. If you want to put your heating pads in, I say that because I'm going to grab mine. And feel free to do that now as we going to be down for a little bit. So make it as cozy as you like. Okay, and then we'll come down. So you're relatively on the ground. I do have a blanket under the hips and one under the head, and a heating pad under the heart. And take maybe 1 or 2 breaths, just receiving. Let yourself come back down to earth. Okay, I'm going to widen the feet as wide as the mat, maybe more, and come back to our good friend, the windshield wiper. So it's a way of releasing that low back area. Okay, and then come back onto your back, heel toe your feet right together. We're going to cross that right knee just over the left knee. Actually, we did this. I'm going to do the same thing. You're going to cross it, but now take that right calf and put it on like the center of the calf on the left knee. And you're going to look for, like, so now I've kind of ground them together and I'm just moving it a little bit. Just looking for something I can give the left knee to massage into the back of the right calf. Okay, and then let the knee be kind of at the center of the calf, and we'll start to roll that right ankle a few times. Might bring some places there. Okay. Change direction. Okay, great. Now go back to that knee over knee cross. We'll take the arms out and we're going to come to just windshield wiper here. And it's a lot tighter. So you might turn your palms down and, just be with the swish, swish of the windshield wiper. It doesn't need to go down to the ground or anything like that. You're just using it as a way of getting into these places. Okay. And then let's go to ankle over knee because we're here. And I'm going to walk that left foot a little bit more to the left and drop the knees to the right. Good. And then I'll lift up and take this package over to the left. Just hang out there for a breath or two. Come back up and we'll just windshield wiper it a few times. You don't have to go very fast. Just rocking. Variations get into a different place. Okay, bring it to center. Keep the cross, ankle over knee. Reposition yourself, and then stay here, friend. If you're feeling this somewhere, maybe in the hip, just being like this is great. It's so great. I'm going to take 2 more breaths. I'm going to invite in the windshield wiper. This. Yeah. Pigeon in a tree, or pigeon on your back, or dead pigeon. I've heard it. Somehow, what I really call it is escape. But it's irrelevant. Here we are. We're doing it. Okay. So be in a place where you can breathe and release. You want to straighten that left leg. It just adds more something. There. What can you let go of? And then gently release and rest however you like. That could be a windshield wiper. That could be just as you are. Take 3. Take 3. Wherever you need it to be. And then we'll heel toe the feet back together, and we'll start with the calf massage. So you put your calf over the right kneecap and move it forward and back, or maybe you add a little more pressure as you push that left calf into the knee. Finding a place to begin to roll that left ankle. Reverse. Then we'll release that, go knee over knee. And again, it's just this little bit of side to side. Bring it to back to center. We'll cross ankle over knee. We're going to heel toe that right foot more to the right, and then release the knees to the left. Just take a few breaths here, just exploring and feeling. It could be not a happy place, but that's okay. And then come up, and we'll drop everything over now to the right. Take a few moments. Back. Thread the needle. So let's, before we thread the needle, just be in this place as you soften and release and feel, and what this is for the back or the hip, anywhere you're feeling it. For me, it's kind of at the top of the hip, back area. And then stay, move deeper, whatever feels appropriate. So we're going to be here for about a minute, and you explore, move in ways that you're playfully curious. How can you find a place that offers you a deeper entry into release? Maybe not a deeper release, but at least, oh, there, that's tight. Okay. How can I let that place relax, or invite it to relax? And then lovingly release from that. Take 3, whatever that needs to be. And then we'll come back. We're going to put the hands underneath the hips. Take the hips down, and maybe you can open the hands more. Find your place here. I'll widen the feet and come back to windshield wiper, and use the arm. Get into that hip area, side hip. Gently release that. I say gently, but I've seen people wince in pain here. So whatever your experience is, you're not alone. Okay, come to center. I'm going to move into egg beater. I'm going to keep the hands here. Just take your time, and you're shifting, moving the hips. For those of you who swim, you tread water, this is the action you're doing. But who knew it had so much that's happening in the hips and the back? Okay, reverse. Okay. And I'm going to take the hands out. Just hug these knees into your chest and rock a little bit in and out. Okay. I'm just going to lift the legs up and just draw them in for a moment. See what happens. We'll all just meet back with the feet on the floor. Here we are, very little underneath us, and no props. We're going to lift and lower the hips into that little bridge. And if that's not appropriate for you today, you can just put a block. I say just, but I never mean just. You put a block under your hips and be with that. So if you're good to do this today, then set your feet. Okay, I'm going to begin with rocking the feet just like we did. So I'm going to be on the heels, the toes, the toes. And the next time I land on the heels, spread the feet out. So I'm anchoring the heels, pushing down and forward, and I make my feet wider. Something most of us horrified by big feet at some point, maybe. But now we want big feet. Okay, now you're here. Exhale, soften. And as you inhale, start to come up. Just take your time to explore what it is today. And we're just going to lift and lower a few times with control. I'm going to take the arms, I'm going to take them overhead as I come up and bring them back down as I come down. Just feel, we did cat-cow earlier in the practice. It is present here. There is this healing action, lifting and lowering the length of your spine. Breathing. Essential. Okay. Next time you come up, maybe you stay there. And I'm just widening the feet a little bit, imagining that they're parallel. I'm going to take the arms back down by their sides. Maybe you can interlace your fingers here. And I'm going to walk the upper arms underneath me more. Just be in the full Settebandha lift for a moment or two. And whatever you're doing, however much you've lifted, be in a place where you can smile. And we'll come out of that. So you release the hands, you interlace them. Come down, and we'll take 5 this time. So the legs can go stretched out if you want to hug them in. Windshield wiper, just be in the resonance of what was to the resonance of what is. Great. Okay. Come back. Let's bring the left knee in. Just interlace. You can use your strap if you like. We'll extend the right leg, and we'll be here for a few moments. Softening what you can, and maybe imagine you're standing on your right leg. Right foot. Good. Okay, so before we switch, inhale. And on the exhale, draw the navel down, lift your head and chest, just bring it in towards your knee, if that's okay. Release your arms overhead as you stretch that left leg out. And inviting the right knee in, change the interlace. Be here for a few moments. And on the exhale, you draw the belly down, lift the head and chest, and just put it in. And release, stretch your arms overhead. Okay, you're gonna bring both knees in. You can widen them out and just find that rocking side to side. Good. And then bring yourself back onto your back. I'm going to place the hands on the kneecaps. Start to roll the knees around. So it's a small circle you're making on your sacrum. And then reverse this circle. Good. Okay, come back, hug the knees in. Open them out wide, draw them in, and stay here or move to happy baby. Breathe and let everything just be. And sometimes we come into this and really activate everything, but just let everything be soft and let this be the pose. Whatever shape you're in it. And find the joy. 2 more breaths. And I'm going to put the hands to the inside of the heels and start to straighten the legs, and the hands might go down, maybe to the backs of the calves or backs of the knees. And open and breathe. Lower your feet to the floor, and we'll take 3, however you want to do that. Windshield wiper, lying flat out. Breathe. Let's find your strap. We'll start with the left foot. So put the strap over the left foot and start with the sole shine. It can be bent. A little foot. You might want to take your socks off. Up to you. Okay. And then we'll just come to that pose with the leg lifted. And keep the right leg on the bent or straighten it out. Or slide your bolster underneath the thigh if you like. Oh, well, here it is. I know I can straighten my leg, but it wants to stay bent. And I'm just going to go with that and find a place where you can almost let the left leg be a little softer. So I know I can take the leg here, but I'm going to just let it drop down a little bit so I can soften maybe the glutes, the backs of the thighs, the hip. Take maybe 2 more breaths. Okay. You're welcome to stay like this. The next thing I'm going to do is take the hands, reach up a little higher. You lift the head and chest up. So you exhale, inhale fully. And on the next exhale, take the belly down, lift the head and chest, and just invite this leg wherever it's going to go. Lower down, let's open that strap and we'll start to slide the, you're happy to turn back to adjust. Slide the foot side to side. Good. All right, let's go to the left and take that opening. So both straps into the left hand, let the leg drop, and right arm can come out to the side, or the left elbow can come to the floor. Maybe it's just a little bit of a movement, and that's fine too. And we'll take the leg up, switch hands, and bring it over to the right side. So the right leg has to turn. Again, you don't have to go any further than wherever you feel something and you know you can, maybe release something. Any place there. That's where the pose begins and ends. It's the same place. One more breath. Take the leg up. Let's take the strap out, lower the leg all the way down. Come back to your take 3. You're ready. Put the strap underneath the sole of the right foot and give that a little soul shine. Find your place here where you can have the leg extended. The knee can be bent. It's just that place where you find the entryway to soften. Almost like the pose is being held. Stay here or join me in the lift. I'll take the hands up a little higher. Soften. Come up. Find whatever this is today. You lower yourself down, widen the strap, and move the leg side to side. Soft jump. Taking the leg to the right, both ends of the strap in the right hand. Take your time. Every time you do this, it's going to be different. Whatever it needs to be today, I'm moving my leg all around just to show you that it doesn't have to be anything more than what it is. Take the leg up and switch hands. And move it over to the left side. Looking for those places. Coming out, releasing the leg, come back to that place of deeper surrender. You're going to take the block. You know, you can always use bolster, blanket. It's going to lift the sacrum. I'm going to take 2 blocks. I'm going to put them both on their lowest height. Rest that on the base of the sacrum. So that you can be here and just bathe in this opportunity of, you know, taking the spine in a different direction. I've straightened my legs. That's completely optional. Surrendering for a few moments. Straighten the legs, just rebend them. Move into a gentle windshield wiper here. More of a massage for the sacrum and low back and about the windshield wiper. Coming back to center. Release yourself deeper. You're welcome to stay here. I'm going to come off the blocks and move into legs up the wall. If you want to stay and explore, be, and enjoy the block height, and take your time. At that time frame. So I'll do legs up the wall for maybe, let's say 5 minutes, might be the whole rest of this time we have. Set yourself up in that awe, where you're so excited to just rest, because no one wants anything from you. No one needs anything from you. This is your time. Magic is that. Giving yourself permission from the crown of your head, the tips of your fingers, and the tips of your toes, to rest as deeply as is available to you right now. Each breath an act of letting go. Staying as you are, shifting to laying down if you wish. Staying as you are. Beginning to deepen the breath. And, begin to gently awaken yourself, making any movements that would feel nourishing, helpful. Bringing your hands to your heart, bowing your chin. Feel this practice with one Om in here. Om. Breathe into your hands. For yourself, with the blessings of you. Thank you. It was an honor to guide your practice and receive your practice. See you all. So much love.